Three guys, two trucks. What could possibly go wrong? Hey everybody, welcome into the Homestead Garage. This is Ryan and I'm out here in front of the garage. As you see in the background, that 2015 Tahoe has the hood up, kind of out of sight for now. The guys are already getting started over there. We're going to jump in here in just a second. What we're doing today is a engine oil pressure sensor and a filter screen and an oil change. And hopefully that takes care of things and gets everything working right with that truck. On the other side, I'll show you in just a second, but on the other side is a Chevrolet truck that we're going to be doing some body work on, doing some body panel switches, front end, things like that. So that's two projects going on simultaneously today. I got my son-in-laws Dalson and Dean with me, and we're going to get this done. So I'm going to move around where you can see what's going on, and hey, come on in. All right, and we're going to come up in here. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff to move out of the way before we can get down to the one little bitty part that we got to get to. We'll get to it here in just a little while today. And anyway, so we're going to get started, and I'm going to try to find a place to put this that's kind of out of our way, and y'all can still see what's going on. We got blood in the game now. We got blood in the game, which tells the guys be dang careful. Something like a bacon snack and some flavored water. Set things right. As you can see, we are here. Intake is loose and sort of, and a lot of things got to move all at one time. I don't know, we're gonna see if we can do this or not. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll get back to this in a minute. I'll show you the out because I can't hold this and do that. Yep. Getting the old intake gaskets out. Somebody's been in this thing before, I think.
Well, they say it used to be a
maybe
on the verge of being a cop vehicle. So
yeah, I think it could have been. But either way, so yeah. Looking to be able to get them out. Master say may have to. There we go. We had to take a little break with the camera because, well, it was outside and I needed my phone, and my other cameras have bit the dust. So.
They are hard.
Okay. Dawson's not camera oriented.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. We're gonna step over here and yeah, you just kind of gotta work them down in there to make sure you line little tab up. See? Just kind of ease them in there. Make sure they're not going to pinch. See? Here we go. And during the time that we were away with the camera, I think they might have got y'all. We might have had it on footage when we pulled this out. But back that up a little bit. There we go. So we see Dawson's working. For those who watched the intro video, we cleaned out enough to be able to get into this little work table. It's not the full workbench I got to clear and clean out of here, but it's a little dab will do you good enough, as they say. But let's see, I don't think we're quite in. Are we in? No, we're not in. That tab's not quite
Straight.
Yeah. I don't know. Might need to flip it.
Oh, yeah. Some of them different.
Yeah. Crazy that's all it is, but that's what it is. Sometimes you got to flip them if that tab's not down in. Then you got to sit there and just massage those in a little bit. And they'll sit down in them valleys right there. So you can see the intake valley underneath there is pretty clean as far as dirt and debris. Not seeing there's a little bit of carbon inside, but we're going to run contrary. Even though some people might cringe, we're going to run a little bit of Lucas when we change this oil, and that'll help lube these lifters and stuff up, and hopefully keep everything working. Kind of get a little vitamins, little in there to kind of set things the way they're supposed to be, and things that looks like those are good. So now we're going to relocate the camera and start working on putting this thing back together so that we can see what you got, Dawson. Oh, okay. That way we can see if we can cuss and bleed as much as we did coming out. All right. We gotta figure out where this son of a hell goes. Find the magnet and the socket, or neither?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll straight off. I'll grab the socket. There's that one in the back there.
All right, I'll get it.
There's the flash shoe light door.
I can't get my chest underneath.
I got you. Oops. This is a deep operation. We're going undercover here. Going under the vehicle to look for one of these. And is there a nut? There's still a bolt still in there? Anyway, I don't know. There's stuff under there. All this fun, and people call this work. I don't know what's wrong. We're talking pest control too. Somebody at Okie Homestead Expo had told me about this active ingredient, and it's organic. I couldn't remember it until I read it, and I can't remember it now. It starts with an E. It's like, I don't know. I'll come up with it later. Anyway, I found some on the internet, ordered it. It's coming in. So when it's in fact, my wife's picking it up at the delivery address that we used for that. Now, why did I use that delivery address instead of delivering here? Well, it was going to get here a few days faster, and it was a couple of bucks cheaper. So it just made sense to send it to one of our daughter's house. So that's what. Now we're starting the torquing process to put this intake back on, and per my probably bad advice, we're starting with the hardest one first, so that it's less likely to have a leak later, and then we'll move forward and get the others. You put that on, there's typically a sequence, and so like he's in the very back corner, so then you'll kind of want to come opposite, and that way you get good even torque all the way around. We're only talking 12 inch-pounds. It's not a lot, and I'll double check my stats before we get out of here, but that's what's happening now. So progress is happening. We're going back together. That's the important thing. And we got to do an oil change after we get done with all this, and filter change, and we'll put some Lucas treatment in it. Whatever you think about it, I don't know. But anyway, help lubricate some of that stuff inside the engine oil, get them lifters and stuff moving, everything moving the way they're supposed to. And then we'll put the old code reader on, we'll clear the codes, and hopefully this thing chugs down the road the way it's supposed to. I'm losing battery, so we're gonna get back to this when I've got a charge. We got to continue work. We got a problem. We'll get back to it. See you later. I'm not there yet. No. Hey everybody, I had to come back in here and show this because remember earlier in the introduction video, and if you haven't watched it, that's fine. We're either gonna fix it right or we're gonna break it. And we're either gonna fix it right or break it in creative ways, interesting creative ways. Well, right here where my finger's at, underneath that zip strip, there's a bolt goes in there. Well, I broke the bolt. I won't blame anybody else. I did it. I broke the bolt. That holds this PCV thing going on here, right? Holds it in. Well, I couldn't get extractors in to extract it, the broken bolt. So we took the good Southern ingenuity route, and 3 zip ties later, she's holding firm. She's solid. She's where she's supposed to be. And so I broke it in an interesting way, like I said I would, and we got her fixed in an interesting, good enough, do what you got to do kind of way. But that's what you got to do sometimes on the Homestead Garage, is make it work. Plans are at some point down the road, this is all going to have to come back apart anyway, probably. So when that happens, we'll address the broken bolt that needs to be extracted then when we can actually get to it off of the vehicle. But we had just reinstalled the intake, and I'll be doggone if I was going to take that thing back apart just for that. So anyway, last update. I'll get back with you in a minute. Bye. Well, it's the end of a day. The Tahoe's back together. Not 100% certain that it's 100%. It sounds like it's got a little valve sticking or lifter. We're not sure. We're going to get back into that. But it is drivable. It seems like it's not throwing codes, holding oil pressure, and not detecting any kind of intake leak or anything from anything we did, which is positive. And so that looks like it for the day. Dean's going to take this one back home and see what happens. We're going to monitor it this next week and see kind of where they go. And so that's that for that one. And I think, is Dalson still working? Well, I know Dalson's going to be working for a while. Let's see what we get. Yeah. Huh? Okay. Yep. Do a little test run and we'll monitor it. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna, let's see, what are we doing here? What's next, Dawson?
Just basically pulling this out.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get back to work on this. Like you said, I mean, we're doing a whole front clip here basically, and working on that front clip on this, and all that, but we don't sound terrible. I ain't hearing nothing coming out the back end. It ain't spinning and sputting. It ran down the road. I took it up to 70 miles an hour, just a rolling. I mean, it seems like it's good for me, guys. But anyway, it's that's in the good enough, because if it's any deeper than what we did today, it's a much bigger project, or it's either got to go away or somebody else take the project. But anyway, that's that. I got that sun right there. Well, anyway, I'm going to get off here. We're going to help Dawson for a little bit. I'll check back in and show you what we get done for the day. We'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, well, I'm back out here. I took a little break. Dean left with the Tahoe. It is running. It was running before, but it's not throwing engine codes, holding oil pressure. Not really. I'm not sure if it's holding in the right spot, but it is holding it. Got a little ticking. Don't know if it's a valve sticking or a lifter not tap or what. Consensus is lifter, but could be wrong. We're going to see. They've got some decisions to make. I need to talk to my daughter and kind of tell her what's, you know, it's at a level that honestly, if I did it here with my time schedule, probably, you know, would be way longer than we can deal with. Best thing is for it to go to a shop where they can get after it, you know. Now, that's going to cost a lot more than if we do it here. Now, they may decide to trade it in to the place they just bought it from, find something else, sell it. I'm not sure. And pass that on. But anyway, right now I'm about to clean up a little bit. I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to put some things away. I got an oil container here that I need to cap off and figure out where I'm going to put it from where we drain the oil. Change the oil on that Tahoe. I got a few things that need to be put up in the garage, and then I'm going to just make sure those are put up so no matter when I stop. Let's move this camera and flip this around where you can watch, and I'm gonna get to work. See, oh, there's the hood off. How about that? So, okay. So I'm gonna go do some cleaning back here behind me, kind of organizing, see what we can put back together in the correct way. Good thing about having to pull things out and work like we did is every time I do, I can throw some stuff away or I can get rid of some stuff. But we'll talk to you here in just a bit. I'm gonna go back over here and work. So let's just watch. PG, premium guard, oil filter. Don't know anything about them, to be honest with you. I know they're, you know, what they are, but I don't think they got the same filter. But anyway, that's what was on the vehicle, the Tahoe we just worked on. I put a Wix on it. Good filters. Anyway. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm sorry, I was going to say something. There you go. That's what happens when you get to my age, you lose your thoughts. Anyway, I could cut this open. We could take a Sawzall, whatever. We could cut this thing open and look inside and see what the filter there had been doing. But, nah, ain't that big of a deal to me. So anyway, just know you can. I mean, you know, a person needs to know you can cut these open. There's a way to do it. You cut them open and you can look inside and see what kind of trash or, you know, metal shavings, that type of thing. But we're not going to do that. This doesn't call for that. So anyway, okay. Put this oil inside because it's getting ready to rain this week, chances all week, and I know I'm not going to get it to the parts store that, you know, the recycle. So I'm going to set it inside underneath the table bench there, right there next to that other empty container. So don't get rain in it any more than it's already got. And then I'll get in one day and put them back into some 5-gallon jugs. Or 5-quart jugs, not 5-gallon, 5-quart jugs, and we'll take those on down to the recycle center, and we'll do that. Much better. Okay. Hey, something I did today. So shop vac. See the shop vac? Bought this shop vac in 2006, I believe. So it's near, it would have been late 2006 or early 2007 when I had a paint and body shop. It's still got overspray and paint speckle and stuff on it from the body shop. But I've had this set in storage for a while because, well, I'm lazy and stupid some days. But anyway, it needed a filter set. Now I still kept the hose here, right? And I need to work on, I need to get me an exhaust port so I can exhaust it. I'm gonna go buy me the little, I've lost all the accessories, so I'll go buy the little accessory kit that you can pick up down at the store. And I'll have my plug, been setting for years now. I mean, years since I've used this. Put a new filter on it today, plugged it in, worked like a champ. Been nearly 20 years old, still going. Not bad at all. Well, everybody, the end of a work day here at the Homestead Garage has come. Anyway, a lot of work done. Didn't take long to figure out that the work that we did on the Tahoe was not the problem. Didn't probably hurt it, probably hurt us more than it hurt the vehicle. But unfortunately, it's just something, got a little dirt on my nose. Something's gonna have to go to a shop or back to the dealership where my daughter bought it and be dealt with there. Not because I can't do it, it's the time. We're talking about probably new oil pump, new lifters, new cam, possibly, you know, cleaning the heads. I don't know. It's probably a lifter. It's doing the same thing it was doing. It did good for a little while, but it's back to work. And so we'll probably, my recommendation to her was to, you know, go talk to the people that she got it from, if she wants to talk to them, because they do have a shop, or if, you know, find a shop, whatever, but, or trade it in, you know. And she wanted to know if it was worth fixing. I told her I think it is. It's, you know, it's got a lot of value. It's a good vehicle otherwise. She loves driving it, and that's important. So, and fixing it's still cheaper than a new car. So, they're going to see what they got to do Monday, but tomorrow Monday. So maybe the, you know, toss-a-roo with the vehicles. Of course, Dalson has his truck running, well, parked here. We're working on it. So he's going to be driving the Tahoe for a few days this week, probably, because it's going to rain all week. Might be a couple of weeks before we get back to it. I don't know. That black abomination is going to sit where it's at for now. My truck's here in the garage for now. And we'll cross the bridge we got to cross on vehicles this week. But unfortunately, you know, I won't call it a fail because, you know, vehicle still does run, but it just wasn't the fix. And that happens sometimes. We started with the lowest price option first, simplest and lowest price option. That didn't work. You know, I'm going to show you. As you see, I put the Jeeps, the electric Jeeps, back up, but we got a lot of work done out here today. You know, hey, things are going good. Hi, Sadie. Sadie, come up, say hi. But anyway, thanks for watching this episode of the Homestead Garage. We'll see what it looks like when it's all put together, but I think it was a fun day, hanging with my two son-in-laws and turning wrenches and, you know, tearing myself up and shedding a little blood, but that's all right. But now I'm going to go in and get things ready for tomorrow and spend some time with my wife and kind of, you know, take a shower, clean up, lick the wounds, so to speak. But anyway, hope you enjoy this and know that, hey, not everything's a failure. You just learned something, and we learned what wasn't wrong today. But that's okay. It gives me a little more time to plan, a little more time to organize what I'm going to do. Anyway, folks, hey, like I said, if we don't, we're going to fix it right, or we're going to break it in interesting ways. And we did some breaking today. We did some fixing today, and made headway on a couple of things. So I feel like it was a successful day working in the Homestead Garage. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share. Definitely share. Let people know I'm out there. If you like the content, if you find what we do funny, interesting, valuable, whatever, you know, even if it's just laughing at me and this goofiness that is life. But anyway, yeah, like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, all that. Ring the old bell, get notifications when something new drops. And yeah, we'll be seeing you out there. And hey, listen, those projects, they ain't gonna get done sitting on the couch. Okay, they're not gonna be done sitting in a recliner. You just got to get out and do something every day, every time, every chance you get. you know, even if you don't finish it that day, just start making forward progress, because that's the only way you get things done. And, you know, it's good to get the hands dirty and know that you can do it yourself too. So until the next video, hey, everybody, be safe, be smart, and hey, get on out in the garage and see what you can't do. We'll talk to you later. Bye.